Good morning, folks. Back again with, well, obviously, as you can see, more Disco Elysium. Rivachol, Oranje, Glacier. I'm glad that there's title cards with that. There should be more of those, because I mispronounce things all the time. Alright. Disco ass blazer. I mean, yeah, this jacket is like nice and all, but it's kind of ugly. I'm just taking a moment to look at my shit. So last time on Disco, I was trying to follow up on the lady driver. What is it? I have Tommy or the racist lorry driver that I can try to talk to. I might be able to find another way, but I think I need to... I'm going to have to try a couple times on the racist lorry driver, because I really don't want to make Tommy upset. Because he seems like just such a chill dude who just kind of gets... He's like down in the dumps, if anything. Let's get this out of here. I don't think I need to recap too much. Not a whole lot happened last time, aside from finding threads of what's going on. Yeah, I hope it's closing the trash. Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's see. Yeah. I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
Visual calculus, medium success. What are the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout? It would give them a read of the entire quarter.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
Okay. What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
I have other questions.
I hope I can be of help.
Alright, you know what? I'll have her... I'll do this. Give me a lowdown on reality.
This... reality?
Related to that medical episode, I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality. Yeah.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
She puts down her thermal cup and looks at you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
On all of it.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
Sure. Encyclopedia, easy success. Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but we'll begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby.
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
Yeah. And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, A workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Encyclopedia, medium success. Ode to the... Excuse you. Ode to the Hervé Revacholians as Les Immenses Bleus, the blue immensities. Inland Empire, medium success. I can't help but not do this guy as like the big boisterous one. But I'm thinking my encyclopedia or brain ones are like all the nasal voice. My empathy / charisma is just like, you know, kind, not, or more soft spoken. But this guy is just vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight. Because it's always excessive. What is the name of this island?
Caillou.
Caillou.
Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
Empathy, easy success. It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
I'm not a good ambassador.
I accidentally hit the button too many
I've only
times.
been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal,
yeah,
fishing
and
boats.
into humanity
This
at
place
large.
used to be a province, a workers' resort before the Revachol. Revachol is what you call a city,
What kind of city is Revachol?
the great kind.
The Great. Oh. Inland Empire, medium success. As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism. A fact. What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay, who built this city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
Okay, when was it built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Alright, and why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest.
Okay.
By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
And why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So, much center of the world. So we're in an unimportant part of an important place. It seems. I think I agree with that sentiment because, well, maybe not. Because I mean, even Revachol, or no, Martinez itself has a lot of industrial port, like industrial work and port traffic. So, I'd say pretty much at the center of the world then.
Oh, we're quite a way off. About...
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise. Perception, sight, medium success. I was considering doing my dexterity as big bong, but I don't know how offended people would be for that. But yeah, sparkle of lights on the horizon, like evening stars above the curvature of the planet.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
It's a statement. Look at the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand.
Inland Empire. Trivial success. The water. The light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. Ooh, shivers. Easy success. What the fuck is this one? There's no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. I guess this is kind of like your sixth sense or like, you know, yeah, something like that. Just like a gut feeling, probably. Okay. And then where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
She watches you closely as you scan the horizon. And then Empire, easy success. This one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Madame Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Won't I be lazy if I don't do it all now? Alright, I'll continue later though.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Fair enough, that's a good point.
Indeed.
Alright, that's all for
I'm
now.
always at your service. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
I think... I mean, either she's an incredibly good bullshitter, but I think she is a very kind person. It's quite clear. Jamais vu. Official special, yeah, research, no, just 3 hours, internalize, rock and roll. Alright, let's... Raise the hair, yeah, tune into the city. Yeah, it's literally just like your, like a gut feeling. Take the blows, don't let the world kill you. Yeah, shrug off more pain. Physical instrument, yeah. Electrochemistry, half-light. Yeah, let the body take control, threaten people. This one, I can see if I can try to find ways to boost this without using drugs. I'll probably end up forgetting this one. I mean, we do get +1 conceptualization, but oh, we need to talk. Oh, we need to talk on the balcony. Actually, let's head over to the Whirling in Rags. That man's still sleeping on the stairs. What a stupor. Can we try the body again is the question. You're still throwing stones, my dude.
There is...
Yeah, still locked. Ooh, there's a lot of people hanging out. Oh, this is such a just a pleasant little song. Oh, you're the guy that just talks about money all the time. You're the sweet old lady that was helping me out. Hello, sir. Do you have anything to say? Let's see if I can actually... oh, no. Okay, let's do the recap with Kim, because I'm sure he wants to go to bed. And I could fuck around a little bit. Alright, Kim. Let's have a chat.
Yes?
Was it 2200 that I was thinking? Where is it? Oh yeah, 2200. Never mind, I have a little bit of time to mess around then. Okay, let's clean up my room a bit. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Oh, alright, let's go. Never mind, I guess I needed to click the door for that.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Electrochemistry, easy success. Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. No. Alright, right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hanged man. So we didn't even inspect the body.
True.
But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Alright, was letting the car drive by. Empathy, medium success. Though you really dropped the ball on inspecting the body, he doesn't want you to feel discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking. Sorry, I couldn't do more today. Don't worry, Kim. I'll totally be up for inspecting the body tomorrow.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we conducted an interview with Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
Rhetoric, medium success. He's not saying much of the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard. I mean, to be fair, yeah, I'm a little intimidated by him, honestly. He has stuff on me.
Well, we will have to work through that.
I'd rather be honest with him.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Very serviceable name, sure.
Moving on. We tried to interview the White Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
Purses his lips. Rhetoric, medium success. If Kib is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
He's commenting on how much I hold the sprint key. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his cigarette with his finger with his on his cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. the power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Interesting. Why wouldn't that be easy to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait. How can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Authority, medium success. When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception. Oh, hey, what's up, Claire? How you doing? People with annoying cars. As soon as it gets cold, and then it gets slightly warm, and then people want to fucking slap their car engines as hard as they can. So obnoxious. Tired as fuck. I can kind of feel that. I've been kind of vegging today a lot with Cataclysm before this. But I'm waking up just so I can party down with more disco. You see, and if someone resists...
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Okay. Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Wow, a responsible police department that actually stops cops from killing people. Dude, fucking imagine. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes. Yeah, this place definitely doesn't take place in America. It's very true. And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
So, let's say it was the citizens of Revachol.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Okay. Rhetoric, medium success. Or if they think you do. The moral intern, what is that?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
Also, what's up, Dutcha? How you doing? If I didn't know, how would you... If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
The last few hours. You're in like European time zones, right? Or you like Eastern Standard or something? do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Rhetoric, medium success. Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. SCT. Yep, that's fair. Having it. Do you wake up early? Because I can see why you'd only have a few hours left. I know I normally get up at like 7 a.m. now, so I could have been streaming earlier, but kind of wanted to like just vibe. Morning is pretty nice. It's like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a really nice temperature outside. Got the windows open because I'm crazy. What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
No worries, Claire. Go play D&D. Conceptualization, medium success. Something kind and usual. Logic, medium success. Something almost self-explanatory. Inland Empire, medium success. Something ominous. Perception, sight. Something like the dark blue. Serious color of the early night sky above. Jeez, everybody's chiming in now. Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
And what do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Interesting. Empathy, medium success. It's more than that. There's some kind of affection in him. You liked the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
Conceptualization, medium success. There's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Done an awful job, Stooges. What the fuck? Point to the city. Yeah, oh no. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Claire. See you around. See, I think having that structure can help, but I haven't seen it really in action. It gives us the power to police this area, but I mean, this area is run down and fucked up, and it's kind of just relying on what it can to get by. Like, copper thieves, so they can't even have telephones, people pretty much living in shacks and whatnot. I don't know. I don't have an opinion yet.
My kind of police officer.
He nods a light smile and looks at the roundabout. And then, alright, the last one. Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
Spirit Corps. Medium success. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here. Visual calculus, medium success. It aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsaragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky, two glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
He pulls in the cigarette. Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs. to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I've been having, is like this place has just been mostly neglected and kind of left to fend for itself until things get really bad, as in, you know, murder. And in Jamrock and the GRIH,
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
he looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Right. Perception sight, medium success. He's very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older. Alright, Kim, thank you.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. Seeing them. All right. I mean, I'm not done here. I'm seeing if I can clean the place up a bit. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Ooh, baby. See, do I have anything that gives me conceptualization boost? I do. Oh wait, no, I need an encyclopedia. I heard about the band. Oh. Tool not in hand. Do I need like the flashlight or something? Interesting. Well, all right. Yeah. Encyclopedia, let's give it a roll. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try the other ones. Let's do tools. I don't know if that door is like locked. No, it's just straight up locked. Okay. And that's my bed, so I'm sure. I'm cleaning up the trash, don't mind me. I don't see anything else. I could knock on the lieutenant's door. But let's hang around downstairs for a moment. Oh, can I put my money down towards the next stay?
Can I help you?
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
And then Empire Easy Success, absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger, then we sing this place to shit. See you later, dude. Actually, I have,
Can I help you? Another thing.
Mysterious
Great.
Blues.
I love those.
There's this mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. Composure, easy success. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there. Ain't that right, Mr. Krabs?
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
All right.
Yes?
Let's see. Try to push the door. Try to touch the door. Cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Visual calculus, medium success. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever it must be behind, what is behind it must be older. Do you have anything to say, ma'am? I talked to somebody with a little bit of reality lowdown.
Hello again, sweetie.
No, these...
Of course, dear.
Can I collect any of these bottles? Holla! Richer man now.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
Ooh, conceptualization, easy success. What's that magazine she's reading? What's that magazine she's reading? Magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks over, or looks at the cover boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing. Spicy.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not.
Nope, sorry. Easy composure, easy success. Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 36, or 34. This speaks to you. proof of this very feature. Oh god. Forget about that. What is this fashion police feature? Point at the cover.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy right in there right now, and does he look like this? Point to yourself. Oh my god. Point to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
Damn, sarcasm falling flat. Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Does Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Do you have any ammonia for sale?
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Yes. What we have is there. In the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
Conceptualization, medium success. She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question? Yeah, sure. Tell me about the economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
Then what about the physical reality then?
I don't know. What about it?
Hey, Rura. How it do? Where are we?
We're in Frit
No, I mean, like, where are we on a larger scale?
as mankind, or as a nation, or...
Conceptualization, medium success. What will her essay prompt be? As a nation, or as a nation.
We're in
She rubs her face, thinking.
we're in a transition. You know, transitioning from monarchy to democracy, all that stuff.
What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
Perception, sight, trivial success. Clock shows the time at 10:09. The hand seems to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work. What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we had here in Ravishall?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
It won't bother you anymore with this nonsense.
Cool.
Can you tell me anything about the dead? Nope. Not asking her that. Ooh, that gives an endurance. That's pretty decent. Let's inspect this. Oh, those are the drug cabinet.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Oh shit. Alright, I suppose I should level up Pathlight. Intimidating people can be useful if I need it. Such a long loading screen for a small store. Wonder. Is Kuno gone? No, he's still throwing rocks. Poor child. I'm so curious about this fucking blue door. Damn, I don't think I'm getting anything out of that. Alright, Kuno. Let's try this again.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I think the motorcycles have passed again. Before we go on with that, let's talk about how you said it was just some roofing material some gimps left behind. That was a lie.
Pig, that's the past. You and Kuno are now. Let's talk about how you opened the secret door, fucking at Kuno's kingdom.
I pushed the panels aside, Kuno.
And then what? You fucking there. You fucking Kuno's kingdom.
Yeah, I fucked.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno!
Found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Electrochemistry, trivial success. Bet you like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your hands. What's with the tube of magnesolum, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
It looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was. Endurance, speed and failure. You could use some magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a battle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Playing with your choo-choo. Looks at you, eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
What was with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Demo tape? It's like some kind of musician?
Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
Heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Let's see.
Kuno doesn't...
Do I have anything that gives me bonuses to Straight up empathy. I have suggestion boosting. Nothing getting rid of empathy, though. Wonder how I get to the roof of the whirling. You know what? That might actually be the door behind, right there. I wonder. I've already talked to Garte, and there's no more options, it seems like. So... I'm gonna check to see if that guy is back. Loading screens are kind of a pain. Let's see, someone home now? Maybe we can try another day then. Man, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can do. I'm gonna see what it's... Actually... Suppose I really explode around in here. I might have explored in here, though. Sure. No reply. What are you doing? Trying to cut the body of the lock of the chain cutter? This isn't really working. Bruh. Whatever. Some very rigid furniture. Locking stops so no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. Knock again. This is the police. Open. Oh, God. Yeah, sure. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again. The other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. You have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant. Logic, medium success. It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. Never mind then. What's up?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I'm the only one here, my dude. It's fine though. No way to do anything? Alright. I guess I probably should, like, go try to talk, see if I can, fuck with the racist lorry driver. Fuck around, find out, you know? I wonder if reading books gives you any stat boosts. If I can't really find a conversation, I wanna do this. I do actually want to paint on this wall. Carefully think about what you could paint there. Add even more beauty to the view. All right, what's this task? Who would have one, then paint. This will take a brush first. Okay. I mean, she probably has a brush up there, but then I need the paint itself. I have to go through 2 loading screens to get the fucking paintbrush, don't I? These loading screens are rough, dude.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, I need some paint, and your brush too.
What for?
For art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
Everything is sad. I'm gonna try to, like, make her, because I know she's kind of a down and dumb, so we need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush.
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience.
You will all see and tremble. No brush then? No problem.
You're about to cry internally, aren't you, Piggy? Oh, pathetic. Just give up. Art isn't for you.
It's a red check. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm not doing that. Damn it. I can't do anything right, said the fucking recovering alcoholic and drug user who has amnesia. Let's see. Yeah, none of these are. I can't do any of them right now, basically. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna see if I still have the bonus for the lorryman, the racist lorryman. I'm gonna try to give, perform a half-light check on him. If I don't have the bonus, then I'm not going to, though. Wait, no, wrong ones. Need that. Half lit +1. Perfect. I should totally have the pry bar in one hand, right? Beat the shit out of you. Not really, but like, theoretically. On a metaphysical level, if you will. Oh, he left. Oh, he might be snoozing in here. Oh, yeah, everybody cleared out. Cool. Oop. Look in the window. Okay, never mind. I guess everybody cleared out hard. Well, I can kind of fuck around here a little bit without everybody, like, being at my ass. He's still blocking the switch, though. Man, alright. I guess I'm not doing anything cool. Why are you still up? Yeah, I can.
Hello again, officer.
It's so late and you're
How
still
are
here.
things? I'm a Nighthawk. What can I say?
Inland Empire, medium success. Odd. Okay. Yes, excellent bean point use. Can I sit on the bench alone? Ooh. Sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. Think deep thoughts. Wait an hour. Get up. Stop picking your nose, though. Delivery box. I can do all the weird stuff without, like, being in front of Kim now. The box seems happy. Perception sight. Eat shit, pig! Fucked by the coon! And St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore in Bissett. Mailbox also. I feel you, mailbox. Been there. Been there, yeah. Ooh, interesting. The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankful even, so you do you. You shudder, then you swallow. Cool. I empathized with the mailbox, and I got morale back. Hog, if you will. Right? All sorts of shit. And I'm bad at most of it. An autosave. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I wonder if there's any clothes in here, because I probably should start trying to buy clothes, because that is my stat boosting. Two. Oh my god, it's very cheap for two real. Yeah, still in pretty good shape. Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name.
I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise.
Physical instrument and +1 shivers. That's actually pretty decent, even if it is a -2 authority.
Welcome to Helmdall, officer.
Sure.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Alright. Can I just, like, hold it in one of my hands? No. I don't have, like, an accessory slot for my stat boost, so... Could this device come in handy with my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure.
I don't think there's any other clothes I can buy aside from the raincoat, but the raincoat's kind of pricey. I could buy the sneakers from the random merchant, or the junk merchant, but he closed up shop. Alright, I probably should use the sleep or some shit, because I don't think I'm talking to anybody else today. But yeah, Dutch, like, there's so many different, like, languages and words thrown in, like, I butcher half of them. So I feel bad for anybody who actually knows how to pronounce them, because they'll just be like, oh, my heart. And I'll just be over here like,
I'm saying it what it looks like.
And then everybody cried. Let's see. You know, actually, let's talk to her, because she was the first person I basically talked to. Perception, hearing, easy. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. Inland Empire, easy success. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. Todd McFarlane Spawn. Spawn, what the fuck? Alright, great. Hold up. Give me a second and I will listen to something for that real quick for you, Zelf. You're just gonna be forcing me to look so much random shit up. What the fuck? You're gonna have to help out a little bit with an example if you want to pop it in the Discord, because like there's no easy options for this. Actually, let's see. Oh, here we go. What are you? Yeah, you choose cool voices that I like, only you know, I think. Let's see. Well, give me a second. Let me do this thing real quick on screen for a moment, and I'll use, yes, entertain the people. Well, it's gonna take me a while to entertain the people with it. Let's see. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me. Door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it. Try the handle. Only open with a key or from the inside. Yep. Actually, can I knock again? Still no answer. Fine. I'm not gonna fucking... Ceiling fan. Yeah. Alright. This bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. Crawling. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault? The bed's fault. Check the pillow. Synthetic filling is separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Perception. Smell. Medium success. Smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease. Blanket. Barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here. Intimate and warm. Breathing. Inland Empire. Medium success. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. Roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with... what was it the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brainwaves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming. Oh, dream sequence. Ooh, that's rough, dude. Bloated corpse of a drunk. Do you remember the scent of your childhood? What is this? What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question. I remember nothing. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. You know who I am. I'm a bad day. The one where you ask her and then later in the streets, wandering. The worst day of all time, Harry dear, and it's coming. She'll hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life? You said, who? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth? It's fucking weird, but okay. I was left. That's right, funky baby, and you just stood there, one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching her go. I'll let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? I can get it all back. No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. What is Elysium? Everything. The Pale and the Isolas, on the surface, the outer magnetosphere, burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. I've seen you before. No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. The act is wearing thin, too. The spots on your disco ball fade around you.
You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? Trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good, drop them in the Discord. Electrochemistry. Good going, buddy. I'm sorry. Good going, buddy. Is that how it's gonna be now when I close my eyes? Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. What chick? You don't know. Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does. What the hell is going on with me? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? Can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. Why is this happening? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Volition, medium success. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. No, I can take this. I'm not gonna look for more speed. Are you sure? Ready to live in this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then, and you'll be fired. That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark. Alright, Zilf, let's look at what you got for me. I tried to hit the mute button before I sneezed. Alright, let's see what he's got going in my ears. No, don't open it on YouTube. I don't want your fucking ads. Begins after him in a minute. I kind of figured. So it's like deep. It's just like a deep, gravelly voice. Except I don't know if I can go that deep. Because this is kind of like my natural, normal deep voice, but kind of like gets more into a drawl. Because I usually associate it with like patch the whiskey, Western kind of southern kind of accent. Let me listen to a little more. Accidentally closed it out because I'm keeping my phone up to my ear because that's the way I'm doing this without blowing it into your eardrums. I've come to take you to hell. This seems to be broken. I don't want to hear anything from your filthy mouth. That's like I'm just trying to like. Guess what? As far as I know, I can't. There's just like that natural gravel that I just can't get with voices like that, which always makes me disappointed because like whenever you have a voiceover like, oh yeah, just get the who's just gargling gravel on a day-to-day basis, just get that dude to read all your narration. Everybody loves that shit. I mean, honestly, I do too, but I just can't do it. I've come to take you to hell. It's lower than that too. I can't, not without like going into a completely different type of impression. All right, let's continue. Anything new in my bathroom? Hey, it's not I have to guarantee it's success. I just have to try. If I had to guarantee success, I wouldn't have it there. You'll always give me something different, I'm sure. Yes, mwahaha. Knock again. Nope. That's okay though. You're allowed to do that. That's why I put them there. I'll try, but you can't be upset if I don't do a good job. Ooh, shit. Hey, Kim.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Yeah, but if I do that, I feel like I'll offend him. Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers' union. The tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Okay, and what do you mean by rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Peppermint cheesecake sounds wonderful. These are the men that Garte told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Okay, there are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war.
Oh, fuck.
So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Alright, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Authority, easy success. Good. Now power move. Purposely concentrate on something else first. Reaction speed, easy success. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. Logic, easy success. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I think I'm going to listen to the streetwise voices. I'll also buy, wait, Garte? So I don't spend the money.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Yep, here you go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Thank you. Alright, hello. How you doing, ma'am?
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager. Composure, medium success. She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling on the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
G'day, ma'am. Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Interfacing easy success. Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask Garte, maybe. Why would you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll buy it. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay. Conceptualization, challenging success. More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting. What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Yeah, logic, trivia, success. The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it? Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
The waterlock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
And then Empire, medium success. This will surely lead to cryptozoological mystery with extremely rare form insect. Conceptualization, medium success. Yes. some left field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here, when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
All right. Let's see. We can do this later when I've got my stuff sorted out. Yep. Tuesday. Hey, lady, what's up?
Let me handle this.
Oh, the woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
You're right, Lieutenant. She did seem friendlier sitting on that corner.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
She points to the man standing in the middle of the room.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
No. My reward points are not to hassle my other chat, you know, either moderators in this case, such as Rula, or the other chatters and viewers. It's just not, I don't like the stuff like timing out or banning or etc. It's just dumb.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Authority, medium success. I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it. Volition, medium success. You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it. And why are you... you know, fine. I should just talk to Titus then. That's just the same guy from before. Any bottles I can pick up? Doubtful. Alright, fine. It's a bowl. They're spitting it, reeking of tobacco. See hawthorn bushes outside. And then photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. Yeah. Hold up a second. Let me check my stuff. Okay. Don't need those. Yeah, it should be fine. I've got bonuses to everything but Suave Fair, which... Suave Fair, sorry. Alright.
This is where you say you're a bit.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Should I fuck with him? Fine. Yeah, whatever. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time. Waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Suggestion, medium success. These guys are so macho they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask them if it was them. Visual calculus, easy success. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Scan the room.
Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man, in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian, in his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40.
Perception, say, easy success. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. Little patch below it reads T. Hardy Captain.
In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
Drama, easy success. Let's call this one the musician. And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
Visual calculus. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. Footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them is missing. The odd soul. Exactly. You stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with the questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. Found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
And he shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking, and we think she could maybe...
Suggestion, medium success. This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her. Reaction speed, easy success. She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth the gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End.
He points at the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
Spirit Corps, easy success. There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This isn't already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later. The man hanging in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
You mean these boots?
He raises his worker boot, size 46, steel reinforced toe.
We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
Ah, so you just confessed to murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Rhetoric, medium success. All 7, together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. Well, I'm just going to go down the questions. You murdered him just like that. No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Encyclopedia, medium success. Shays Electrique is the method of capital punishment in Ravishal under the Coalition. During the Suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says as if it were worse than dying. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people. I'm just doing a job. They're not going to be happy with any answer, so I'm going to go with this one. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Rhetoric, medium success. A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. Address Titus. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
It's the 8th Hardy Boy, the one who's missing, the big dick.
Titus, no one was thinking.
Rhetoric, medium success. That there's any question who's the leader. That's how he would have ended it. Titus won't let him.
No. Fuck no! The big dick is right here, asshole. You're looking at it. Right. Fucking here.
Ooh.
Disregard the outburst, officer. None of the boys have any comments on their power relations. That night, they acted as one. That's all.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer. Yeah, that sounds about right. Turns to Titus to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary. That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
Empathy, medium success. This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wipes spittle from his mouth. Frederick, medium success. From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? Empathy, easy success. He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Trying to make sense. The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot. Well, I want a cracker. Drama, medium success. There's something odd here. Frederick. Seems like they don't want to talk about the rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
I feel like this is a... How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck. Until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Well, I want a cracker, bitch. Authority, medium success. You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Logic, medium success. This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him. Dragged his unconscious body to the tree. Put a noose around his neck. And hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Logic, medium success. Make them see a bit... Make him a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up. How'd you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
Reaction speed, easy success. No, he hasn't. Not yet. Where did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Authority, medium success. Titus lets the others clear out the details so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much. Alright, things aren't quite right, are they? Let's give it a roll. 60%. Damn it. Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room, given how many questions you've lobbed their way, all of them, maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under pressure.
Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Damn it. Right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
So, what are we going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
Lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Suggestion, medium success. Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Authority god. No. Alright. Leave. I'm gonna take off now. Okay. This is, escalating. Yes, day 2, Sigurd. I ran out of stuff to do, but I realized I probably could have read one of my books to pass enough time to get another one of my thoughts processed. But, oh well. Time to get rid of the body. Is Kuno still here? Fuck him up, Kuno!
There he still is, looking right through you.
Actually, hold up a second. Let's make sure I have endurance up. Looks like everything is already boosting my endurance. Alright, I can still fail.
He still is, looking right.
Finally, endurance, legendary success. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides, your eyes squint and you stand in it. Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Inland Empire, easy success. Delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow. Logic, easy success. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set. They aren't just boots, they're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is that exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Interesting. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and no rest of the armor?
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Interesting. Logic, medium success. Nice. That makes sense. What if they told him to strip before they hung him? To demean him? He'd be walking around naked.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties, and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Frederick, medium success. Clearly, Kuno would like to interject with something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to. Materials look out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with an index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Oh, shit. Encyclopedia, medium success. For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is about 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank. Wait, my yearly pay is 5.5k?
Not too much, yes.
It's enough.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Empathy, medium success. He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful. These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Pull the boot off? Inland Empire, medium success. This feels dangerous. Are you sure? Yeah, better not to try.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Yes, time to ask everybody for my paycheck. Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
He points to the boot.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates, where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates, until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Sorry. Conceptualization, medium success. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. What does this remind me of? If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. Run your fingers over the lines. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice... Perception, sight, trivial success. The whorls are in the shape of a letter. The number combination E50.100.1000. Point to it. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
What I just said.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Cool. All right, back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities
Inspect
pink
the belt.
and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Encyclopedia, medium success. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
By they, do you mean the Hardy Boys?
Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
They wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How'd they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? Point to the one on the side of the tree.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Makes the pulling motion. Visual calculus. Medium success. Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. Back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo
Tattoos.
belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Inland Empire, medium success. His corpse is marked by stars. What will mine be marked by? Alcohol and heartbreak. Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
Conceptualization, easy success. As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates and you feel as though you were only half right. I'm missing something here.
So am I.
Sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. Perception, sight, medium success. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's this? Or what's that?
A Trigat Sunshine. Mini.
Encyclopedia, medium success. Trigat is the world-leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. There's only this one body. I've just been trying to get it down this entire time, but I have a weak body, so I couldn't.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. Suggestion, medium success. And this is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it, the lens adjusting, then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
Alright, what do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
He hands the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Oh, nice.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Empathy, medium success. Underneath the curled meat, there is an expression. not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death. Inland Empire, medium. Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Kobo.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black, frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
I hate you. You stinking, you're boring. I feel like that's a child insult. Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me questions.
Here you go, loony.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is not who I am. I'm Harry.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
So you were feeling sexual arousal when you were when they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
What is that?
Captain Copodromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
Logic, medium success. He didn't choke himself, you know it. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
What other questions?
Because you're
Give me a comical.
copper. Coming right up, Copperoony Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
One sec. I think the dog is done barking, so I'll have to close my window if I continued. Because he told me to. Nod towards Kim.
You're a lying sack of shit, Copo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now.
Close the window. Dealing with that. I don't need a dog barking in everybody's ears. Okay, enough.
Come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
Okay. Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Visual calculus, medium success. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse had been tampered with. Does his position at the time of the death matches the discoloration? Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink. Thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's fucking dead. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Maybe he was strangled by someone?
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Okay. Cover your nose. Something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death?
Maybe.
He doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. Back off and catch your breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back and have another look first.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I have something I need to know, Corpse Man.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Come back later, Coppo.
Yep, let's get him down.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Rhetoric, medium success. He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe we can ask for help from the Arbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appear to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Alright, let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
I'm out of ideas. Let's have another look at him. Fine.
Yes, we do.
Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
You have a point there.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now. doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
I don't know. Such a dumb option. Maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Visual calculus, medium success. Where the buckle is tied to the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim. The buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Suggestion, medium success. The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. Actually don't. It has bad idea written all over it.
But what else can we do?
You know what? Why? Yeah, why not? Yeah, you should shoot him down. No other way.
He breathes out heavily.
Oh yeah, do this shit! Fuck it up!
Say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Encyclopedia, medium success. I'm not saying that name. That's a A990 Armistice mass-produced muzzleloader. Aesthetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world.
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Easy does it, partner.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Empathy, medium success. He feels bad about it. About his eyes, mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
Looks around at the windows overlooking the yard.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
I'm out of ideas. Let's have a look around.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
I'm not sure what I want to do for my level up.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Empathy. Let's try it. Empathy, legendary. Figure out what's going on with this kid. Yeah. He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time, too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful. Who knows? City of Rage, Night City. What's going on there? I'm intrigued.
No!
Evil shit behind the fence hacks like she's coughing up a fur ball.
You told him about it and now he knows your name!
The city is not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from... Just fuck off, alright? And fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck did you want?
Conceptualization, medium success. Explain himself as if explaining some kind of work, some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of his time. I'm intrigued. You must get to the bottom of this. One of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today. I could bump up empathy.
Kuno doesn't...
Just to try again. Okay. Yeah, I'm about as good as... My half-light's about as good as it's gonna get. So let's try to talk to the lorry driver again.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Sure. Ah, yes, half-light. Men like this only respect two things, strength and fear. Show me your lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There it is. His voice grows smaller as yours. I'm gonna burn it down. Yeah, I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. Point at it. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Authority, medium success. Now, it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face. Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Empathy, medium success. Looks like you got his adrenaline up too. Oh, baby. Hell yeah, fucking making a couple of strides in progress. Let's do it. Don't worry, Kim, we're practicing more sprinting. Here we are. Abandoned lorry. This green FALN A to Z contemporane is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Try to peek in the window. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Try the door handle. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. How are we going to get this open?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Alright. Oh my god. Alright, hold up. Anything minusing physical instrument? No. Smash it. Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window, a loud thunk rings out, and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Logic, medium success. Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You might have to rethink your approach. The window appears to be shatterproof.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
Takes the pry bar from you and then gestures you to step back. Then, with a little warning, smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach inside now. Nice.
Mm-hmm. It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
Open the door. Smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked underneath the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. Pull out the toolbox. Metallic drawer slides out from the seat. Empty, except for folded newspaper. Unfold the newspaper. It's an issue of Peripherik from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. Pick up the note. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system.
The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Push in and pull out the pull-out toolbox. Admire the posters. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. Reception, smell, medium success. There's definitely perfume in the air, spicy with a hint of ambrette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. Stop and wonder, what's that smell? Remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably granite number 5. Study the centerfold. Actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Encyclopedia, medium success. This is Tip Chijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. What happened to her? She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Buggy Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera too. Enough of the posters. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else is here? Check the pedals. Wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. From logic, easy success. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
He likes where this is going. Spirited core. Medium success. Do the honor, he thinks. Connect it yourself. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lenses. The missing 8th Hardy here.
Looks like her, yes.
And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept the drug trade a secret.
You're right. But we should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
Yeah.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Sure.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
All right, seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Logic, medium success. This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
Spirit Core, easy success. The probe and the case converge, he thinks. This was quite the find. What about the movie posters? How do they factor in all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Maybe the trader was some kind of sign file.
Yes, well...
Spirit Core, unimportant. Esprit. I've been saying a spirit. 10 out of 10. So will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
So it turns out this is connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Okay, debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Wonderful. Actually, let's do this real quick. Were you saying something, Tommy?
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
There's going to be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
The last thing we need is more civilians involved.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
Good luck with that. Gotta run.
Yeah, you too. Be safe, detective.
Like, Tommy just wants to be a homie. Like, he just wants to help his friends out. And that's it. Like, oh, hey, hello. These shit ain't nothing to me. Make my own way. Tease all. Always have, always will. They don't know me. No one knows me. And these guys are back at it. And I see you moved your spot. Hey, a random person browsing some books. Good one? Question mark. Point of the book.
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Empathy, easy success. She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. Logic, easy success. If she's that much of a working class woman, why isn't she working? Have a good day.
This was a tremendously useful interlude.
Thank you, Kim. Don't be mean. I just wanted to say hi. I was curious. I don't have a brain. Fight me. I'm gonna make you run more, Kim. Hey, what's up, lady? You still drinking that same cup of tea?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright. Let's see. Right. Do you know something about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos.
Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Empathy. She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it. Okay. Drug trafficking thing.
Until you come up with something at that intersection.
She's simply...
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Half-Light, easy success. The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. Taste of iron and strawberries. Weird, but okay. Okay, what was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about the connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
The momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric and not a serious demand, but the stridency of it seems to have spooked them.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Fuck. Yeah, no. If they're wearing ceramic armor that can stop bullets, especially if, like, what Kim has is the standard issue, and they basically have, like, the equivalent of, like, an M1911, like, that's not good. Yeah, she's right. That will be an absolute fucking bloodbath. Maybe the investigations can team up, you know, share resources and intelligence. Let's say this is not disco. Good God.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
Encyclopedia, medium success. The Serraig giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first.
Too many things have already gone wrong. Nameless, badgeless detective of the Citizens Militia. All we can do is keep that which is not from following suit. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Inland Empire, medium success. You'll meet her soon enough, you feel. The Colonel. The one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice. Logic, medium success. The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
What can you tell me about Krenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Encyclopedia, medium success. The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex, multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest source of information in the world.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
That's not good. Drama, medium success. She's being truthful. She's pressing them as hard as she can. Where are the two remaining mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Clothes didn't fit right, didn't pass background check. Hey, let's fail this 97%. Let's XCOM it, baby. Alright, it's fine. One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in the building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
Fair.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
And one is probably in the building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
Okay, I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
How many points do I have access to? Oh, I got a lot of points. Right. I got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
She's positively surprised. Oh, God. Conceptualization. Impossible. What is reach for something fundamental? Another 97. What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air. What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
Inland Empire, easy success. The camera from mine glides over the surface of the water. What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it, in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment. Name drop!
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways, what shape is the world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
Encyclopedia. Trivial success. ORG, Occident, Ravishal, Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
The Dark Age Corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Half-Light is a success. A cold fear seeps into you. Oh god, wait. What the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The Pale? What do you mean, Corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Okay, and then everything will be okay.
I don't know about things of that scale. My expertise lies in nations and trade routes, one or several layers below everything. But yes, we'll be fine. Don't worry.
Empathy is a success. She does not seem convinced that you'll be fine. If anything, she's realizing how deep your condition runs. It certainly doesn't feel like I'm fine.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
And then Empire is a success. Suddenly you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides.
The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
Let's try it. Spirit Decor? 42% chance? What is saying something close to you? That's a shame. Means a mystery what by this something close. That's fine. What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth. What's the big time?
The revolution.
She says, and ha! What is this? What is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. I love that word. Would you say it was a bunch of apes duking it out?
Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing intra-species warfare.
And the apes, were they evil?
No. I would say the apes were neutral.
Okay, neutral.
On the other hand...
She turns north to the bombed-out buildings lining the waterfront, then shivers slightly. Empathy, challenging success. No, the tiny apes are doing all they can to be better. It's not their fault. Rhetoric, challenging success as well. It takes time for the apes to change. Oh wait, sorry. It'd work. Perhaps what happened here was part of that time, and part of that work. Who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
Empathy, medium success. She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
I like that she's using the term shot as a synonym for killed. I guess in my current character's state, like, you know, it makes sense. Yeah, getting shot is big bad. Truly a kerfuffle. That's a tragedy.
Yes. The Red Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I don't care about kings. Tell me about one more thing.
About head shooting,
Who got the mineral rights?
the liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
Mistake. Huge, if you will. How'd the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
Rhetoric, easy success. She's one of them, of course. If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Fair enough. Who were the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Empathy, medium success. There's a bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She's critical, but ultimately understands the cause. Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head.
Fair.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Interesting. Encyclopedia, medium success. The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of the Moral Lantern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of gray sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope. Not just technically, practically. For a moment, there was hope.
A devout man of the center. Hard to come by. It's good to have someone who takes a moderate approach to head shooting. In your line of work, I mean.
When was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
What did this Zarath do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. pandemic only provided the spark.
Weird. Where did it spread from here?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
What came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Inland Empire, medium success. Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie, a pair of pants.
But our lives are very different from each other.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
Dragon. Affiliate baby. So basically I get to make money for big Twitch dick. I mean, if you get some good ad blocker going, like, I don't care if you block them. It's just something that comes with the channel now. What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
I do have beans. Esprit de corps, medium success. The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of a reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door on an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
So it didn't get blocked because Twitch is a shit, and they have like their own proprietary servers that you can't quite get away with blocking all of their ads. Some of them they do get blocked, but I've had the same issue as well. Logic, medium success. 51 minus 8 equal 43. You're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we been doing all this time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
Empathy, medium success. From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes, days slipping away. You don't seem to be thrilled.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just...
She looks at the crumbling tenements, paint flecking from the stone.
We could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we played it right.
What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
Volition, medium success. No, her first. I asked you, who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Maybe I would have made off with the mineral rights?
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution. Oh, well. What was, I guess.
That's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Rhetoric, easy success. Not so fast. Who is she at all this? Ask her who she is. Who she owes you an answer. Let's. I'm done for now. Like, I've been
Glad to have
talking
been
to
of
her.
assistance.
We can ask her later. Composure. Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium is you slouched. So there's a lack of magnesium in me? Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. I need to mag it up. You need to get so magged up. You probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already, and the only prescription is the insane amounts of magnesium. You're saying... I need to stop thinking about this. I don't need to, like, consume on fucking magnesium. Alright, I'm gonna end it here because, oh my god, there's so much shit. This escalated to, like, fucking 12. We're already at, like, 9. Oh, god. How close am I to another... I need no more XP for another thought. Alright. Yeah, there's a lot to think about and digest for this. I'll be able to think about it when I come back next time. Let's see. Good. More thoughts. I love it. I love that Twitch tries to block thoughts. Dude, it's like, you know, the asterisk MPS word. You can't say that. You gotta believe yourself. Alright. Okay. I try to keep it in KO like always, so let's see. I've got biggest live vibing. And I'm just going to make sure. I have been seeing new people coming into the thread. I just want to make sure I share the love with everybody. Just seems like it's me today. A quiet Sunday. That's okay. Biggest it do. He's playing some Super Mario 64, so kind of the opposite of what I've been playing, but you know what. That's perfectly okay. What is he even doing? 16-star Mario. So he's practicing some speed runs. So that'll be interesting. Alright, folks. I will see you around. I'm probably going to fucking go eat some lunch and maybe play some Hunt or something. Or maybe more Cataclysm. I'm not too sure. But have a good rest of your Sunday now. And peace out, folks. Let me get this closed out.